To my fellow classmates, and to our instructor, Dr. Julita Gatungay, good afternoon. I'm Maricar Picailo.
I'm Lorisma L. Ramos.
I'm Maria Jenny E. Ada.
And we are the first presenter, and our topic is all about space instrument. Long before the discovery of the telescope, astronomers were already keeping records of stars. 5,000 years ago, praise astronomers observed the rhymes of the heavens to establish calendars. They considered the stars to be fixed in position on the inside of a great celestial sphere that encloses the Earth. Now, what is space? Space in science is everything in the universe beyond the top of the Earth atmosphere. What are those objects are there on this sphere? The moon, where the GPS satellites orbits, the Mars, the stars, the Milky Way, the whole, and distant quasars. Now let's move to our topic. What is space instrument? Space instruments are instruments that used by the astronomers whom study the existing object in this space. Aristotle, which is a Greek philosopher, conceptualized the belief that the earth and humans was the center of all that exists, which even the Roman Catholic Church believed of many centuries. In the 16th century, Nicholas Copernicus, a Polish astronomer, announced that the earth was just one of the planets that orbit the sun. Modern astronomy seeks to answer the most fundamental questions. How did the universe start? Where did life come from? What will happen to the universe? How do astronomers study objects in this space? So astronomers are now able to tackle these questions. They use electronic equipment, computers, and optical devices to study objects in space. Of course, telescope is of utmost importance. Astronomers use enlarged object and magnify the image. By using specialized forms of telescope, they can also explore the X-rays, radio waves, and other radiation from astronomical bodies. Now, let's move to Ms. Ramos to discuss the space instrument used to study heavenly bodies.
And this is the continuation of our report. But first, what is astronomy? Astronomy comes from the Greek word astron, meaning star, and nomos, meaning low. It is the study of everything that exists beyond the earth. It is really all about the study of life. What are the instruments used to study the heavenly bodies? First, the optical telescope. The optical telescope is used to study light, a kind of telescope that gathers and focuses light, mainly from the visible part of the electromagnetic spectrum to create a magnified image for direct view, or to make photograph, or to collect data through the electronic image sensor. The world's largest optical telescope has 6 diameter mirror which collects light from faint objects. The mirror focuses the light in a small area. The larger the mirror, the more light it can collect, and the better the image it makes. A detector that is placed where the light is focused on the telescope can add up all the light collected. Stars and other distant give off all kind of electronic radiation, so scientists use different kinds of telescope. Optical telescope can be separated in 3 main types. The first is the refracting telescope. It uses one lens to form an image. And reflecting telescope use multiple mirrors and forming an image. And the catoptric telescope, which uses mix of lens and mirror. The first type of optical telescopes are the refracting telescope. Refracting telescope, it is also called a refractor. It is a type of optical telescope that use lens as its objective to form an image. It is also referred to a dioptric telescope. The refracting telescope design was originally used in spyglasses and astronomical telescope, but used for long focus camera lenses. Refracting telescope typically have a lens at the front, then a long tube, then an eyepiece or instrumentation at the rear, where the telescope view comes on focus. Originally, telescopes had an objective of one element, but a century later, 2 and even 3 element lenses were made. How refracting telescope worked. Refractors capture the light rays from any object in the heavenly bodies with a lens, which focuses the image into a photographic plate on electronic light detector. The image form is upside down. With the use of this telescope, you'll be able to see much farther entities. It will allow you to see more than 2 billion light years away. The largest refracting telescope in the world can be found at the Yerkes Observatory in William Bay, Wisconsin. Who invented the first refracting telescope? The refracting telescope was first invented by Hans Lippershey, a Middelburg spectacle maker with the various optical craftsmen and the State General of Netherlands on October 2, 1608, but unsuccessfully tried to patent one. News of the patent spread fast, and Galileo Galilei, happening to be in Venice in the month of May 1609, heard of the invention. After a year, when Lippershey publicized his work, Galileo built his own telescope by improving the Lippershey's design, and his name was associated with the first telescope. It is called the Galilean telescope, which used to make observation of Jupiter's largest moon. A Galilean telescope is used a convergent or plano-convex, the objective lens, and a divergent or plano-concave eyepiece lens. But the design of Galileo's telescope has no intermediary focus, results in a non-inverted and upright image. Johannes Kepler invented the Keplerian telescope in 1611. It is an improvement on Galileo's design. It used convex lens as the eyepiece instead of Galileo's concave one. The advantage of this arrangement is that the rays of light emerging from the eyepiece are converging. This allows for a much wider field of view and greater eye relief, but the image for the viewer is inverted. The next major step in the evolution of refracting telescope was the invention of the achromatic lens or achromatic refractors, a lens with multiple elements that help solve problems with achromatic aberration and allowed shorter focal lengths. It was invented in 1733 by an English barrister named Chester Moore Hall. Although it was independently invented and patented by John Dollond around 1758, the design overcame the need for very long focal length in refracting telescopes by using an objective made of 2 pieces of glass with different dispersion or crown and flint glass to reduce chromatic and spherical aberration. Each side of each piece is ground and polished, and then the 2 pieces are assembled together. Achromatic lenses are corrected to bring 2 wavelengths into focus in the same plane. Achromats were popular in astronomy for making star catalogs. Some famous discoveries using achromats are the planet Neptune and the moons of Mars. Another main type of optical telescope are the reflecting telescope. Reflecting telescope, it is also called a reflector, a type of telescope that use a single or a combination of curved mirrors that reflects light and form an image. Almost all the major telescopes used in astronomy research are reflectors. Since this telescope use mirrors, the design is sometimes referred to as a catoptric telescope. The use of reflecting telescope are not only to examine the visible region of the electromagnetic spectrum, but also to explore both the shorter and the longer wavelength region adjacent to it. For example, the ultraviolet and the infrared. Who invented the first reflecting telescope? Isaac Newton, an Englishman, made the first reflecting telescope in 1669. It is called the Newtonian telescope or the Newtonian reflector. It has a curved primary mirror which gathers the light and reflects it on a flat secondary mirrors, which then is reflected to an eyepiece. Most amateur use the Newtonian reflector. Reflecting telescope became extraordinarily popular for astronomy, and many famous telescopes such as the Hubble Space Telescope and popular amateur model use this design. Let's move to Miss Ada to discuss the last part of our topic.
Radio telescope. Some of the most exciting discoveries recently, such as the discovery of quasars and pulsars, were done with the use of a radio telescope. The first purpose-built radio telescope was a 9-meter parabolic dish constructed by a 26-year-old engineer named Grote Reber in his backyard in Wheaton, Illinois in 1937. Radio telescope is used to get information about stars and galaxies. It is a specialized antenna and radio receiver used to receive radio waves from astronomical radio sources in the sky. Radio telescopes are the main observing instrument used in radio astronomy, which study radio frequency portion of the electromagnetic spectrum emitted by astronomical objects, just as optical telescopes are the main observing instrument used in traditional optical astronomy, which studies the light wave portion of the spectrum coming from astronomical objects. Unlike optical telescope, radio telescopes can be used in the daytime as well as at night. The largest radio in the world is Cornell University, Arecibo radio or radar dish in Puerto Rico. It's 105 feet or 32-meter diameter. Collecting surface covers more than 18.5 acres or 7.5 hectares. The dish consists of 39,000 perforated aluminum panels. It is also used as a radar telescope, sending out powerful radio pulses that bounce off such objects as moon, asteroids, and planets and our immediate celestial neighborhood. Radio telescope sent to space discovered stars being born, other solar system, and possible black hole. Radio telescopes are typically large parabolic dish antennas similar to those employed in tracking and communicating with satellites and space probes. They may be used singly or linked together electronically in an array. Radio waves from space were first detected by engineer Carl Gotti Jassky, and 1932 at Bell Telephone Laboratories and Holmdel, New Jersey. Using an antenna built to study noise and radio receivers. Spectroscope. Spectroscope is another instrument used by the astronomers to study heavenly bodies. The first spectroscope was invented at Heidelberg, Germany in 1859 by the German chemist Robert Wilhelm Bunsen and the physicist Gustav Robert Kirchhoff. The spectroscope is used to determine the composition of the heavenly bodies through their color pattern. Light rays that enter the spectroscope pass through a prism, which breaks up light into a spectrum. Thus, the position and width of the lines determine the element present. A spectrograph, sometimes called a spectroscope or a spectrometer, breaks the light from a single material and to its components, colored the way a prism split white light into a rainbow. It records this spectrum, which allows scientists to analyze the light and discover properties of the material interacting with it. Space Telescope. Edwin Hubble, for whom the Hubble telescope is named, used the largest telescope of his day in the 1920s at Mount Wilson Observatory near Pasadena, California, to discover galaxies behind our own. Hubble Observatory is the first major optical telescope to place in space. The ultimate mountaintop. 1940s, first conceived in the 1940s and initially called the Large Space Telescope. The Hubble Space Telescope took decades of planning and research before it launched on April 24, 1990. The Earth's atmosphere blocks the gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, and infrared rays that reach out planet from the stars. To be able to detect them, astronomers send instruments into the space on satellites. This enables them to get different views of the universe. Among the most outstanding satellites were the X-rays satellites Einstein and IUE, or International Ultraviolet Explorers, ERAS, or Infrared Astronomy Satellite, and the Compton Gamma Rays Observatory. Hubble Space Telescope was built by the United States Space Agency, or NASA, with contributions from the European Space Agency, the Space Telescope Science Institute, STSI, or STSI, select Hubble's targets and processes the resulting data, while the Goddard Space Flight Center controls the spacecraft.
So hope you enjoy watching our presentation. We are the Group 1, signing off.